Jodha Akbar.
I heard that His Highness is going to marry Jodha, the Princess of Armor.
Did you see? He has come. Whether it is your god, or if it is my god, whether it's a prophet or a messiah, it does not matter what he is called, but he has come to stop the atrocities that are being committed against us.
Quiet! Do you want to be punished for arguing with the minister today? So you better keep quiet.
Everything that you believe in will crumble. Because you are going to be bowing down to a Hindu queen.
Just let her go.
Are you letting that woman go alive?
Resham, I do not care about that woman in the slightest. My only priority is to kill all the hope these Hindu servants have. Just because she's married to His Highness doesn't mean that I'm going to bow down to her, or even consider her a queen. I will have to show all the Hindu servants whose orders they will obey in the woman's quarters. Resham, it seems I will have to keep my eyes wide open from now on. I should not blink for a second. I want to see that Hindu girl as soon as possible. So let's not waste any more time. What did you say her name was?
Jodha?
Jodha. If I'm not able to make the so-called queen a servant in a matter of days, then my name is not Maham Anga.
I want to tell all of you something very important today. And that is why I've called all of you here.
But if it is such an important matter, well then, should I call Sukanya, Shivani and Jodha here?
No, my queen. Because what I am about to tell all of you now is information that I don't want to share with my daughters at this moment. I will inform them myself when I think the time is right. The thing is, we will have to pay a huge price for saving Amer. My sons and all of my soldiers from being captured and dying at the hands of the Mughals.
What kind of price, father?
In order to protect Amer and the rest of my family, I had to try to make the decision to form a bond with the Mughal Empire.
With the Mughals? How is that possible? We do not want any political relations with them.
No, it's not political. It's a marriage. What will happen has never happened before. And now one of the daughters from my family will be married to a Mughal. So I have decided to arrange a marriage between my daughter Jodha and the Mughal Empire's King Emperor Jalaluddin Muhammad.
Your Jodha will marry into a Mughal family. This is what will happen, and there is no turning it around.
Bharmal? What is all this?
No, Mother. There really are no other options or suggestions left. I've made this decision from a king perspective this time, and not from a father's. I'm also sure that Jodha is not going to want to accept this marriage. I'm not telling her until it's the right time. That is my order. And no one can tell Jodha about this until I say so. I will tell her personally when I believe that it is the right time.
Queen! Menavati! Take her to the chamber quickly and call the royal doctor. Hurry! Be careful. Be careful.
You went to save Amir's honor. But what happened? The Mughals destroyed it. Father, forget what Jodha will say. I don't accept your decision either.
The prince is right, you know.
Your Majesty, no one has the right to ruin Amer's pride in this way. We can't accept it.
Even if he happens to be Amer's king.
If you have decided to postpone the battles with the Mughals, then there will be another battle between us and you, King.
Even your people will not accept your decision.
And the entire royal family will also be against you, Your
If
Highness.
this marriage takes place, then you stand a chance to lose all the other relations that you have formed.
If you don't change your decision, then we'll have to make another decision.
What have you done, Father? You have fulfilled a king's duty, but you have forgot that of a father. And you know how much poor Jodha cannot stand Emperor Jalaluddin Muhammad.
Bhagwant, I have already made a promise to Jodha. I promise that I will keep Amer safe. And a king never breaks his promise. I have made a promise to Jalaluddin as well. I will not break that either. This is going to ensure Amer's safety. And the other benefit is, our Jodha is also going to become the queen of the Mughal Empire.
But Father...
Enough! No more discussion. No more arguments. The only thing that's left to discuss is all of Jodha's wedding preparations.
Have you heard? The king has made arrangements for Princess Jodha to get married to the Mughal king Jalaluddin to save Amer.
Oh my goodness. What is Jodha going to do when she finds out what happened?
No, no! No, this cannot happen.
Menavati, please compose yourself.
What has happened, Mother?
Leave us.
Why would my husband do this?
Menavati, I know that our main priority is to take care of Jodha, dear. But Barmal has other duties, and that is why we do not have any other options here, I'm afraid.
But what have I done wrong, Mother? Lose hope, and I can't give up no matter what I do. I need to prove Shukani's prediction wrong. But what now? How am I supposed to do that now, Mother?
You need to be strong, my dear.
But after everything that has happened already, how can I just let that come true, Mother? Huh? How am I supposed to allow her prediction to come true in front of my own eyes, Mother? And how can our daughter be sent off and become a part of the Mughal's family, Mother? Tell me! How can we just let her go like that?
Please just compose yourself, Menavati. You must be strong.
How am I supposed to be strong, Mother? And how am I going to tell my own daughter that Jalaluddin, the very man that she wanted to be head, the man whose head she wants to put in front of all the people to see, is now going to be her future husband thanks to her father? What do I say? How am I supposed to tell her that, Mother?
Did you hear, Moti? Father has somehow managed to help free our brave soldiers as well as my brothers from the Mughals. I really don't think that Amer could receive any better news than this today. So, Moti, do you know how much I like this parrot and how I love coming out here to look at it? But I understand that he won't always be here with me, and the same counts for you. So now, I am going to let it go today. I was thinking if my brother can get his freedom back, then why should this parrot be stuck in a cage?
I prefer it when birds are in cages where I can look at them rather than flying around in the sky. I am very happy. They must be preparing for my wedding in Amer as we speak. Although I do still have one regret. I won't be able to see Princess Jodha's face turning pale in her reaction when she finds out that it's me she's getting married to.
Congratulations. Please have some sweets, Jalal.
So you have received the news?
Of course His Highness is going to get married. Have some sweets then.
What have you put in here, Aunt? Why are they salty instead of sweet?
That is exactly what I would like to explain to you, Jalal. Things that are meant to be sweet shouldn't contain salt. The same way, the Rajput princess doesn't belong in our woman's quarters. I don't think your marriage to Jodha is a suitable match for a Mughal king. However, if you'd like to keep her as a servant instead. Oh.
It is salty. And lucky for me, I prefer eating savory things over sweet things. Initially, I was expecting something different. But you derive a different pleasure from owning something that is different. I want a new palace to be arranged for Princess Jodha to stay in. She should also be given the status as well as the comforts that any of the king's wives are currently receiving. But I'm going to make sure that other restrictions apply to her, as well as the duties a wife has to fulfill. She'll cover herself with a veil and wait for His Highness to arrive.
I understand, Jalal. Your orders as well as your intentions have been made clear.
My goodness! What spell has Jodha cast on His Highness? It seems like he's already prepared to spoil her with luxuries.
Resham, you only just heard what Jalal said he will give her. But you don't know what he is about to take away from her. By giving Jodha status, he will take away her freedom. He will give her material comforts, but he will take away her happiness. Jodha will have the status of a queen around here, but she will always have to bow her head down. And that way, Jodha doesn't truly get to live or die. I must say, Jalal has come up with a smart strategy.
All that I want is for that Mughal army to take you away, Jodha.
All of this is my fault. If only I hadn't talked such nonsense, then I'm positive that none of this would have been happening right now. I was so foolish. Why did I say all that? Now everything is all my fault. Sukanya! What on earth were you trying to do? Were you going to cut your tongue out? Jodha! You have to let me cut out my tongue, Jodha. It's an evil tongue. My tongue is responsible for saying things that have come true.
What did you say? What do you mean by that?
Huh? Pardon me, Princess. I regret to inform you that the Queen has suddenly fallen ill.
Sukanya, did you say something to Mother that upset her? And is that the reason why her health has deteriorated? Is that what you really meant?
No, Jodha, that is not it.
Okay, I will come back and talk to you later. I first need to go and see Mother, okay? Mother? What has happened? Why are you in this condition? If you are feeling bad about anything that Sukanya may have said, then I'd like to apologize on her behalf. She is still young. Don't take her seriously. I'm sure she didn't mean it. Grandma? What has happened to her? Why isn't she talking back to me? And why is she crying? What is wrong? Please tell me. I'm so worried Mother isn't feeling well. And Sukanya was just about to cut her own tongue out now. So what is the matter?
Nothing is wrong, Jodha. Your mother was just feeling a bit dizzy. And that is why she's resting. Don't worry, my dear. I'm going to stay here with your mother.
Princess, the king has asked me to tell you to go and see him.
Go, dear, go.
Mother, please take care of yourself.
Be strong, Mainavati. Just be strong.
Father, you called me?
Yes, I would like to ask you a question, Jodha. Do you remember what you once said? That this land on which you live, you would be prepared to do anything to save this land? Well, that day has come. So, dear, will you tell me what you would be willing to do for this land?
I would do anything. I am prepared to die for my land and its people. If you command, I would even be willing to sacrifice or behead myself, Father.
What if I tell you that in order to keep Amer safe, you won't need to risk your life, but you would have to leave this land? Well?
What do you want to say?
This question is not coming from a father's point of view, Jodha. It is from a king to the princess of Amer. So I'm going to ask the same princess, who once risked everything and crossed all boundaries just so that she could save a bird. A girl who forgot about the consequences just to ensure a bird's freedom. Can she do the same for Amer's freedom? To keep the peace and restore happiness? And would she be willing to leave her own happiness and own needs behind her?
I will do anything for Amer, Father. So tell me what price I have to pay for Amer's
The price is larger than you think, Jodha. And you're the only one who can do it.
But how?
I've had to arrange your marriage without being able to tell you about it, Jodha. I had to do this in order to save your brothers as well as Amer. This was the only option that I had left. Now, the rest is all up to you, dear. So if you think that you can accept this proposal, then you will be able to save Amer. And your brothers. Jodha, I know that it is not going to be easy for you. It is not who we had in mind. Because the king who I had already agreed to get you married to, he is none other than...
Enough, Father. It is all right. You do not need to tell me anything else. I do not need to know his name. And I don't need to know the name of his kingdom. Because all that I know is that you have made this promise for Amer and for my brother's safety. And that's all that is important. So I will do whatever you tell me to do, no matter what it is. And if keeping Amer safe costs me my happiness, then so be it. I trust this is for the best, for everyone, Father. So I will gladly be a part of a new family. But I will never let anybody try to harm Amer or think they can bring us misfortune. That is why I am ready to get married now, Father.
What? Didn't you tell Jodha his name? Why?
Because she stopped me. She said she doesn't want to know. She does not want to know his name nor which kingdom he comes from. In fact, she even said that she trusts my decision without hesitation.
Can you believe that Jodha trusts us that much? And just look at what we are about to do to our beloved daughter. We have betrayed our daughter. We have destroyed all her hopes. And you did not tell her that we are not really going to marry her off. Instead, we are going to sacrifice her. You didn't tell her.
I really wanted to tell her, Mainavati, but she refused to listen to me. Then I thought, the fates chose to put me in this situation. The same way that fate must have chosen that Jodha will find out the truth in another way, still unknown to us. My own fate did not give me the courage to be able to tell Jodha the truth. So who knows, maybe our Jodha's fate will give her courage and will power to endure this unfortunate truth.
The news of Princess Jodha and Mughal king's wedding had already spread far and wide. And when they heard this news, all the other kings were disappointed by King Barmal, and all his unhappiness could only mean there would be a revolt of the kings. And in the future days to come, someone would receive a new title and also be known as the bravest warrior. Mewar's prince is in the future of Chittor, and he is the heir of Maharana Sangha, who went by the name of Maharana Pratap.
We all welcome you, Prince Pratap. Please have a seat.
I believe that you have maligned the entire Rajput clan in front of the Mughals. I won't drink water in his court, let alone take a seat. You have insulted the Rajput's pride, our code of conduct, as well as damaged our reputation, Barmal. Do you really want to form a relationship with the Mughals? Because that is the height of weakness. You have insulted not only Amer, but the entire Rajput clan.
So can I ask a question then? Where were all of you when the Mughals surrounded us and we had no way of escaping? Except for Suryaban, not a single person came to our aid. Where did everybody go when my sons were locked up and being held as prisoners? Where did everybody go when Sharifuddin was busy robbing me of everything that was dear to me?
I don't know about the others, but if you had sent me a message telling me of the war, you would have found me standing beside you and fighting. So then why didn't you send me any messages?
I do not recall sending you an invitation to this wedding either. So why did you come?
I had to come, because this matter does not only affect you, Barmal. It concerns all the Rajputs. So every Rajput should have a say. You're about to break all our rules and past agreements. Are you prepared to give away the Rajputs' respect and pride to the Mughals as dowry?
I strongly suggest that you do not say things like that. And as I recall, you also dreamed about capturing Amer. You also attacked Amer, didn't you? So then you don't really have the right to talk about past rules and agreements. When you are thirsty for your brother Shakti Singh's blood. In the end, only a Mughal reached out to me and showed me support during this difficult time. And let me inform you that in order to save thousands of lives in Amer, I made the decision to join hands with the Mughals. So in order to save the lives of thousands of men and women, I made the decision to get my daughter married to a Mughal so that I can save my people from enslavement. So many people have already died while trying to have ownership of this land. So if a compromise is the answer to putting an end to this loss, then why would we revolt? And if you can't understand and you still have a problem with this, why don't you take out your sword and go and fight against the Mughals? Because you cannot do that yet, can you? You are still just a prince, and you have not become the king of Chittor. And you still do not have the power nor the army.
Barmal, you should know that I do not believe that a true warrior even needs an army to display his power. He just needs an opportunity. You already had that opportunity. But you think your sons and soldiers are more important than your pride and Amer's reputation. You have forgotten that the most important things in a warrior's life should be his respect, dignity, pride, and his life. That is what he lives for. You seem to have forgotten why we wear these turbans on our heads. So if or when the time comes that we are beheaded during battle, our turbans will still never bow down in front of anyone. And our pride will still remain intact. Have you forgotten that losing your head during battle is honorable, while bowing your head is only for cowards?
Pratap!